or Why Did I Get Married To, called Nothing by Janet Jackson. It is really mellow and it's really emotional at the same time, in a way of the lyrics being so closely tied to the movie that she wrote. The starring role that she has in Why Did I Get Married is emotional character anyway, in terms of what she's going through in this film versus the last film. And she has a lot more, of raw emotion, because again, she lost her brother Michael Jackson during the filming of this movie, and she continued to do it anyway, work through her pain. Some people work just to block themselves from, being alone or looking at things in a certain way. They just keep going, until they can't go no more. Eventually she breaks down. It's probably when she's, alone in moments by herself, she breaks down, things like that. But with this song, I mean, it's really like giving me 1993 Janet, from the Janet album, the album that sold like millions of records, like 20 million records worldwide. It is kind of like Again, in a way. She's singing in the tone that she sings in. That's what people fail to realize. Janet's tone is so beautiful. When you go from the difference between a gospel loud singer or a singer that's like Whitney Houston, or a singer like Jennifer Hudson, or even Beyonce, you notice that if you're not a loud singer, you don't get as much praise if you're not a loud singer. But you look at Sade, she's not that running type singer either, but she has, her strength is her tone throughout, her soul and her tone, and basically the music that she creates. When you think of the parallel from Sade, Sade is a deep voice type of singer. She has a real strong, heavy, deep voice, but she doesn't do all these runs and crazy stuff with her vocals. She's not even loud with her vocals. But when you think of the opposite, the parallel of her voice, the only artist I can think of is Janet Jackson, in terms of like the softness, the tone. It's almost like wind, or a thin air, water. It's very like closely related to the elements in a way, because when you listen to her voice, Janet's voice is so soothing. Like, so you kind of think of like good thoughts when you hear her voice. She puts you in such a good mood, and that has to account for something in terms of vocal ability and vocal stylings. But she do have technique in terms of just the way that she emits and sings. I mean, the way that she comes together and layers a track, or the lyrics that she's talking about. She has this kind of voice where you feel like she's speaking just to you. Like, she has an intimacy that other singers don't have, maybe because they're screaming so loud or they're trying to do runs. I love the loud singers myself, but when it comes to just that one special person that I can listen to all the time, is Janet Jackson, in terms of just the quality that she's bringing on this track. I mean, a lot of the lyrics go hand in hand with the movie. It's a line in the movie where the girl's not giving her husband her password to her cell phone. Now, she put that in the lyrics of the song Nothing, and I really think that Janet was nominated in '93 for Oscar for Again, for Poetic Justice, which was #1. All her movies have been #1. This is not going to be no exception. Why Did I Get Married To? But this song Nothing, I really think that it has a shot to win her an Oscar for Best Original Song, because it's so closely related to the movie. But the feelings that you hear like a heartbreak in that, being that this is of course recorded after Michael Jackson died. But even if you're a Michael Jackson fan, you wasn't a Janet fan, there's nobody that's gonna sound so much like Michael that's out now. Even if you get the Justin Timberlakes or the Ushers, or anybody that tries to sing in that falsetto and things like that, you're not gonna get anybody, male or female, other than Janet Jackson, that sounds like Michael, unless you get one of his relatives. But Janet sounds so much like Michael in so many ways, it's kind of haunting. It's almost like, I've heard her sing like this before, but it's been so long since I've heard her sound this way. and put it out, because a lot of songs she has, she might sound like that, but they were never released. But this is like a new year for Janet. Janet is coming back in a way to where she never really left. She coming back in a way to where you have to understand the mass of the timeline of Janet versus where you love Madonna and she gives you all of this reinvention. But when you think about it, who's been out there longer? I mean, you have a longer history with Janet going back from the early 70s to now, and being that Janet's 43, looking better than ever, and it's not and she looks better than ever, she just always consistently looks good. Heavy or small, she looks good. Thick or tone, she looks great. But I love Janet. I'm just letting you know. But in terms of just what this song brings, you really have to listen to it. It's really so you can play it and listen to it, loop it, listen to it back to back to back, because it's really something genuine. It's not a song just to put out there to get a hit, or like a fast dance song, radio friendly song. It's one of those songs that will give you more understanding, more insight to what Janet's been going through. Even though the lyrics are closely related to the movie, she has some deep lyrics in there that could be closely related to what she's been going through. I mean, she broke up with Jermaine Dupri right before Michael died, and then she basically had to be like the strength of the family. She had to basically be the one that stands in for Michael and do all these things. Not that she wants to. She's always knew her place. Her place is Michael Jackson's little sister. But when you look at Janet Jackson as a female artist in the history of Janet Jackson, not many female artists have achieved what Janet Jackson has achieved with left hand. I mean, when you think of just the softness, the actual texture of her voice is so beautiful. I mean, she goes up, down, high, low, but within the same kind of pocket. It's not a, it's not a loud song. It's a song that kind of gets right into your soul. It touches you. And this song is, I think it's going to be #1 for some reason. I just had this strange feeling that I have a lot of hopes for this song, because once I heard it, it was like, okay, this is the Janet that everybody likes, but it's more than that. It's the Janet that is a true Janet. It's a real, honest Janet. Janet is being honest. She's not hiding behind light music, light lyrics, playful lyrics, or anything like that. She's actually expressing something that is closely related to her. And when her album drops, I'm sure it's going to be even deeper lyrics and things like that. But you have to watch out for Why Did I Get Married To Janet, because even though you might love Beyonce or whatever, you have to recognize what Janet Jackson has opened the door for, and how she was the perfect package. She had the looks, the body, the beauty, and she had the talent, the critical acclaim. She has the voice. She had the entertainment performance factor, the dancing. She had everything, all the songwriting. She had everything all in one as an artist. And even though you might want to shy away from it, and the record companies want to shy away from the fact that try to, discredit Janet, radio tries to downplay Janet, since Michael died, all of a sudden now she's just like a regular Jackson. No, not somebody that sold 100 million records, not somebody that has so many top 10 hits, over 40 top 10 hits. Come on, with few albums. And after 25 years, her music work, she had classic albums. So you need to just respect and just understand that Janet is one of the best that ever done it, and have that love for Janet that Janet has always showed. Agree? I'm shooting a movie called Downgrade and Undone. Go to CalativityENT.com and check that out. It'll be some recognizable people, some not, some up and comers, some not. Just go check it out. CalativityENT.com, and look out for DarrellEntertainment.com. It's coming soon. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Peace.